Thor, Love and Thunder. Sorry if I sounded a little sick because I'm not feeling so hot since yesterday. Are we burned out from Marvel? Because there's so much Marvel stuff going on. I think some people are burned out. But honestly, I think Thor, Love and Thunder is pretty good. But I feel like some of this, it's the shortest Marvel movie, if I remember correctly, out of the MCU. And it definitely shows. It feels like certain stuff is missing from the film. And I like it, but it's not as good as Ragnarok. Christian Bale does a phenomenal job as the villain. You feel a little sympathy for him. I mean, you kind of understand why he's the way he is. The movie is pretty funny. There's only maybe like 2 scenes where they could have just jokes that they could have left out. Sorry about that. It's pretty actiony. You know, it's got a lot of action. It's got some heart in there. Jane Foster finally returns. At first I was like, whatever with Jane Foster coming back. I do know that she becomes Lady Thor, so that doesn't bother me at all. I felt like Jane Foster's character was not handled right in the first 2 movies. Like, she was meh. But I feel like in this movie, she has more personality. If you know the storyline, what's going on with Jane Foster, I'm not going to spoil anything. I feel like the CGI can be a little iffy at times. But for the most part, I mean, I like the visuals, especially towards the end with the dark world where everything's black and white. That's kind of cool. There's like a few issues I have. I feel like not having Loki in the film, I know he's supposed to be dead, but it feels kind of empty without Loki being in the Thor movie. But at least they brought back Lady Sylph for like a small appearance, but I'm like, she should have had more scenes. And apparently Goldblum and Dinklage had their scenes cut from the film, which kind of sucks. But another problem I had was Heimel's son. His son's acting, the person who plays her son's acting was so freaking terrible. It was just so terrible to me. But like, I like the use of the Guns N' Roses, and I already knew the Guardians weren't going to have a lot of scenes in the movie, but I was hoping for a little bit more than just 10 minutes or whatever they were in the film. 10, 15 minutes, not really a spoiler, but just a warning, you know. Thor's hilarious. Zeus is a douche. At least they brought the kids involved. It almost had like I don't know. At least it had a cute little ending. And there's 2 post-credit scenes. I would give Thor an 8 out of 10. I'm not sure if I like Doctor Strange more or Thor, Love and Thunder. Both of those movies gave me a slight disappointment because I kind of knew that it was probably not going to be as good as Ragnarok, because Ragnarok was so good, and Bale, as good as he was in the film, I still feel like Hela was a better villain. Still a very funny movie. There's only, like I said, there's only like 2 scenes where they kind of left out, like, for the jokes. And then they kind of dragged on with the goat screaming, but it was funny the first few times, but then I was like, okay, enough. But yeah, I think Thor is definitely worth seeing twice. Probably not 3 times, but I mean, I would see it if again over, like, I would see it probably when I get it on Blu-ray, obviously, to do the marathon. Well, I see it. Oh, sorry, I'm just tired. I'm doing this at like 6 a.m. But, oh man, there were some people at the movie theaters that was so freaking annoying last night. They were just talking. It was a group of like 8 people, but anyway, that's another video I'll do on probably on my other account about that. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok I still feel was better, but still, Love and Thunder was a solid movie. It was a very funny movie. The good action. Sometimes the CGI would be iffy, and the villain was good. It's Christian Bale. I've never really seen a bad movie from him, so Christian Bale really acted his heart out in this movie. And the opening scene is really good too, because you don't see the Marvel logo for, you know what I mean, like they have the thing going, but it was really good.